Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is discuss psychological, emotional, and spiritual topics in a discernible audio format on a daily basis. We've got over 240 plus audios up now. Hopefully, something that is of benefit to you. Please like, subscribe, comment below if these are helpful to you. Also, if there's a topic you'd like to hear covered, please feel free to ask in the comments below. But right now, we're just going to talk about love languages. Obviously, everyone, or almost everyone, has heard about the book, The 5 Love Languages. If you haven't, worth a read, especially if you're looking at relationships or improving the quality of your relationships. But I'm going to break that down into a super short, probably 5 to 10 minute audio here. So 5 ways to get more love in your life. The first is to speak kindly. If your partner, even friend, is best responded to with verbal affirmations, speaking kindly, saying I love you, saying how much they matter, giving a compliment, praising something they're doing, showing pride in something they're trying to achieve. These are all ways that people who speak a love language of verbalization and affirmation is useful. So if they are doing this, then giving it back to them. And the easiest way to know someone's love language is look how they give love. That's most often, I'd say at least 85 to 95% of the time, the way a person gives love is the way they want to receive it. And so if they're giving a lot of compliments, returning kind. Make sure they're genuine, make sure it's not flooded, but returning kind. The second is giving time. Some people, and this is my personal love language, is time. I don't care what we're doing. I don't care how often we do it, but I want to be a priority in your life. And if that means once a day, if that means twice a week, if that means one weekend a month, if we're in a long distance relationship, or whatever that means, whatever that looks like, even something as simple as a text message or an email or a Skype call at the end of the day can suffice for someone who is a time-based love languager. So this means being deliberate and purposeful with how you communicate with this person. If you are a person who is looking to amplify, it doesn't even matter how long it is. It's the point that you've set aside the time. Even if it's a 15-minute phone call. Look, I'm really busy for the next 2 weeks because I've got finals or I've got deadlines at work, but I have 15 to 30 minutes to give you every day that we can talk. That is enough in many cases for a love languager just to know that they're on your mind, just to know that they're important enough to you to fit into their schedule. Now, if you're a person who is a physically demonstrative person, the gift lover is a person who will remember everything you've ever given them. They may even keep a scrapbook or a memory book or write about it on Facebook or Twitter. But it doesn't matter what the gift is. It matters that you cared enough to give it. So this could be something as simple as your partner's favorite candy, your best friend's favorite music, putting together a playlist on Spotify for them and sending them a link to it. It could be something as simple as you got their favorite shampoo because you know they were out of it. But it doesn't matter what the gift is. It's the deliberation, the thought, and the emotion behind the gift giving to know that they were at the center of your mind and that you're willing to spend on them, no matter how small or how large, in order to better their quality of life. The next is acts of kindness or acts of service. So people that respond to this love language are individuals who, hey, you did something for me, whether it's the dishes or helped them study, or you took out the garbage, or you researched something that they've been wanting to research and ran out of time to do. It's the time you take and making their life simpler. A lot of these are ways of communication that make life easier for the other person. And so that is super valuable. Also, the act of kindness and the act of service, many partners who have this trait as their love language will also be emotionally more connected to a partner who does kindness for others as well as kindness for them. So if they witness you being nice to a waiter, or they witness you being kind to an old lady crossing the street, that will have a similar effect, although not the same, to you doing something nice for them. It's the act of kindness that matters in that scenario. The third, or the last one, is obviously the basic one of physical touch. So, physical touch does not mean sexual touch, although it can in some relationships. Obviously, if you're with a partner, physical and sexual touch is part of that partnership for most people. But small touches, so brushing the hair out of someone's eyes, or giving them a hug, or holding their hand during a movie. It's the idea and the concept of physical proximity mattering to you as much as it does to them, or at least giving the idea that it matters in that way. Really, really useful thing. And so that can be helpful for people that are touch based. Also, it's the frequency of touch and the deliberation of, I want to be close enough to touch you. There's a closeness factor to that part of a love language. So hopefully this has been helpful to know what type of love language is there. I do a lot of this work with couples, helping them figure out what they do like, and also on the other side, what they don't like. If you are a person who doesn't like compliments because they can be faked, then verbal affirmation is probably not the way to go. So knowing what your love language is not is just as valuable as knowing what it is. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful. And until next time, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.